Hello, this is Chantel. I am Chantel. I go by Chantel Maxwell, my biological father's last name. Chantel Hart is not a last name that I got married to. I had my aunt, my mom's older sister, came to me and says, "Why do you use Hart?" Everybody says, "Did Chantel go and get married and didn't let anybody know?" So, no. And I was explaining to her a few years back, you have to put it together because sometimes the internet, the certain way you do fonts, it's funny on the internet. And it wouldn't let me use Chantel apostrophe as heart, Chantel's heart. And everything I express is Chantel's heart. It's coming from my heart. So she was like, So I don't know what all that meant. But what I am excited to tell you is that, and I apologize for the bad lighting, but I wouldn't even do this wretched video. But I'm only excited in doing it because I see so many people doing videos, and a lot of you know that I did go into ministry as a motivational speaker and a traveling evangelist, but not as preaching, as speaking to the world and singing to them, as a recording artist. I am Grammy nominated, Emmy, Oscar, Stellar, Tony Broadway. I've done movies, musical. I've opened my own theater. I've gone into opera. I've done songwriting, from being nominated to the Baby Oprah Winfrey, Sony Records, RCA, Deaf Island Jam. Oh God, the list goes on and on. In Grooves, just name it, for Universal, Republic, Warner Chapel. I don't know if I mentioned EMI, Fontana Virtuoso Music and Distribution, and on and on and on. And The Orchard Enterprise, Hobson Digital Media, Auntie's Production as of Tiana Taylor, Cardi B Watch Poppin' Entertainment, SZA, Top Dog Entertainment. I've written songs for these artists because I created these artists. Copyright, creativity, those were my superhero characters. Jenny Aiko, Mila J, Bryson Tiller, Chris, played by Chris Brown, as my Days of 7th Streeter and Tinashe. You know, these people help create these digital errors and they help come on board with my creations in the digital era of early 2000s. And I did music in the 90s as well. But I was inspired sitting up next to my computer. And if you've seen the earlier vlogs, you see what it looks like in this apartment. So I was led listening to some gospel soca, which is Trinidadian music, because I'm mixed. I'm Trinidadian, I'm Dominican Republic, Asian, Indian, American. So he spoke to me while listening to the music. I'm already about to collapse because I haven't slept in 3 days, and I'm going through a whole lot. And this is self-motivation to keep me awake, to keep me from dying, to keep me from illness, to keep me inspired, basically what I'm trying to say. So even though I'm an ambassador, I'm a brand product ambassador. And I am a pioneer, a humanitarian, NAACP Image Award, Encore Awards, Who's Who Publishing awarded, Forbes, Business, Entrepreneurial, Women's Huffington, a lot of inspirational venues that God has allowed me to walk into. Radio One, iHeart, Clear Channel. I was 2005 buyer, so I've gone into 90 categories of graduation, doctorate, mastered, multiple certifications, diplomas, degrees. I've graduated from Columbia Arts in Chicago. So I got my start out in Milwaukee, Chicago, so you can get an idea of where I've been and am I educated, because a lot of people, you know, talk and they gossip and they say that I'm lying, and I'm not, but I am, you know. So I've traveled and spoke at colleges and universities, New York, Chicago, faculty. I was on that. Atlanta, Cornell University, Strayer, a couple other places. Beloit Memorial High School. I attended Auburn, but by the time I got to Auburn, that stuff was like out of like control. Like I had already graduated. I didn't even need to be there, but they were saying that because I graduated early that I needed to be somewhere because I was too young for the colleges because I had to have a signer. So I didn't go to college until I did. It was too much for me. It was too much to handle, and then I had to wait and then return and go otherwise. So I've lived about 2-3 lives. I have multiple friends and family members. Street love, far as doctors, lawyers, entertainment agencies, other than my parents. So I always had a room somewhere, clothes somewhere, food somewhere, all because I was likable, I was lovable, and my singing and my talent made room and for me, as the Bible says it does. So I'm not on here being a hypocrite or anything like that. I'm not perfect. I'm not here trying to profess that I'm something I'm not, okay? And I will disable the comments because I see how people attack people who come on and just try to be inspirational and motivating, and I really don't like that. And it's okay if they open up the comments to you. I'm just not going to open up the comments because I'm just on here just like doing self-medication for myself and healing and getting understanding and inspiring somebody else. So these videos are going to consist of a lot of different videos. And once again, I'm going to get a tripod, a better video. I'm an ID theft victim of about, I think, 17 years. And in the last 15 years, I've healed of memory loss. And I'm still recovering and healing from that. And God just keeps waking me up in visions and dreams and speaking to me. Angel of the Lord keep coming speaking to me. So I just felt like it was time because my mother kept ministering to me. I just felt like I wasn't good enough and I wasn't that person. I did all of that. I had my big celebrity platforms as Sonya, as Chantel Maxwell, WSUS, iHeart Radio personality, radio announcer, engineer, and communications satellite. In programming, I've had my start. WMSE college in Milwaukee. So that took off, and Tom Jordan discovered me at Radio 1, and it was so cute, the story, because I kept saying that I was the #1 baddest DJ in the land. And Tom Jordan was like, I don't know who this is, but I'm the #1 top DJ in the land. And it's like, after a while, I got discovered, long story short, by him and Kathy Hugh, and I signed a distribution deal with investment and doing some shows, making money as a DJ, indie DJ, out on the Milwaukee town, and doing it. And people took to my sound. Family got involved. So shout out to the Brooks. They got in and they helped and they showed me love. The Brooks boys, Marion, Aunt Thelma, and even my cousins, Dings. They were singing doo-wop-wop, like the Tony Braxton and stuff. And then a few friends, who got in. And we even had my cousins and I even had the girl group. What is it? The Hobson Girls. I think people named us, it's like, it's not our name, But people was like, y'all the Hobson Girls. So we just like, I guess we'll go with the Hobson Girls. So I think at one point, even Michael Jackson, he even was going to sign us. He loved us. He loved the demo. But we never made it there. We did make it, but it never took off. So it was a lot of issue in that people had the wrong management, the wrong type of boyfriends, the wrong type of husbands. It was just a mess. So that never really took off. But I always had a dream and vision that it would, and we were older, so I shared that with the girls already, if they can remember. But anyways, I was inspired today, May 17, 2019, here, sitting in the apartment, and I just heard an still voice saying, minister to yourself. Thinking, okay, I said, God, I'll obey. I just jumped up right away and went back there and got my books. And I'm going to show you what I have, okay? Because I know you're wondering, what she has in her hand. This is a horrible, horrible, horrible view. I'm just going to put it close for you. And it's backwards, but it says, I'm supposed to know that. Let your requests be known to God. So these are journals that I got from Ross, and then I accidentally tore it up a little bit. Because I tried to take that sticker off, so it's looking a little wretched back there. But if you open it up and you have to be careful. But when you open it up, you see my writing. Let me just put it up close to you. I apologize. I don't want you guys to read anything. I'm just showing you how it looks. Oh, there's some little white. It's white. But because of the yellow lighting in the ceiling, this is where the two-tone, and then I highlighted the yellow. So that's what's even making it. Oh, no, I apologize. That is it. I highlighted the yellow. I get my stuff together. But anyways, you see I've been committed to God in prayer, fasting, and writing. And a lot of times if you see, because I've done book writing in the past, so if you see empty pages through here, that's because photos are going to go there. Or just a blank page to let you know to stop and that you're going to go to the next chapter into the book. But I think I'm going to release this. I might, because I wanted to inspire. So I think I might do this as an ebook. And I'm doing an e-course. I'm working on that now. But I stopped because I want to pray and ask God, what should I write, to the people? That's a little better. What should I write to the people? How should I write it? So, I don't want to drive you guys crazy. But this is a book. Says, perhaps this is the moment for which you have been created. Esther 4:14. It's gotten a little tarnished. And that's the poem. And actually it's the scripture, but the poem. Let me move. And it was brighter, but it got dustier. I'm an ID theft victim. So we were living out of the car, in the hotels, and on the bus, and the Walmart bathroom stalls, and in people's basements, and it's just been humiliating me. All this, investor, $1 zillion to welfare. So, it's a lot that goes into that. This is another inspiring journal from Ross. I think I'm doing a review haul on here. I'm not supposed to be doing that, but just showing you guys where I got it from. And I'm going to do a review haul on a bunch of home office journals and stuff. So I put a formula in there and a vision that God gave me with this vertical. He showed me writing he was writing in the air. Like, it's amazing the visions I have. So that was how it was done. And he was telling me it's time to speak. And he was giving me portions and formulas and look like percentages. Let me know that, that usually is a scripture that talks about you go out there and you don't worry about if you're going to have the money to go. You don't worry about if you're going to have somewhere to sleep. You don't worry about if you're going to make it home or not. Because God will prepare the way for you. You have to have faith. And we did that. And he brought us all the way. We survived a hit and run. And hopefully there will never be no more. We survived multiple accidents that people came in, drugged us, sent people to do things, be spiteful to us, witchcraft, witches coming. I was delivered out of an Illuminati type organization. Elite, still surrounded by it and exploited by it recently. Didn't even know. And my whole life has been like the Truman Show. Jim Carrey movie where he's a little boy and somebody takes him, a film director, and thinks it's real cute to raise him up into some dome, like a stadium, and create a world around him. And they make all the choices for him while he has no life. He has no real decision, no real friends. Everything is commercial. He's taped. They're making movies about him, product. He becomes a brand. And the whole time he's now getting old. And about like age I was, maybe 30 something, 40. And then he realizes, wait a minute, God is speaking to me. These visions are speaking to me. And he started testing it, going and noticing that everything was the same. Nothing would change. And they would be talking to something and he wouldn't understand that. So reality and common sense and instinct just woke him up. Same thing with me. Same thing with a lot of us. God helps us when we're believers. So I'm not like suggesting or forcing this down your throat. I'm just speaking to you. If you're interested, thank you for staying tuned to hear what I have to say. Those who know me, thank you for caring and loving me and praying for me and waiting for me. And, whatever it is you've done. I do apologize about this lighting, guys. It is so bad. Seem to be getting darker here. But that's the journal that I write in. And One of the ones, and then this is the third one, a devotional journal. Let me put that up there. A devotional journal for women. God is growing you into a beautiful woman of wisdom. Bless the woman who listens to me, awake and ready for me each morning, alert and responsive as I start my day's work. I've been feeling at that a little bit. When you find me, you find life. That is true. You find real love. That is true. To say nothing of God's good pleasure. Proverbs 8:34 through 35. This lovely devotional collection offers a powerful blend of inspiration, encouragement, and motivation for every area of your life. This is a true, I'm telling you, I'm not just one of those people that get stuck into stuff. You know, I'm too busy creating things. I'm too busy trying to get my life back on track to all the 1,000 products that I've been awarded for, because I create. Like Rich Dad Poor Dad, I create. And I'm sure he's seen my products and probably like it, you know. And so, touching on topics like beauty and blessings, conversations and joy, patience, prayer, relationships, working more, you will find yourself drawn ever closer to the Heavenly Father as you meditate on each reading and open your heart and your mind to God's word. And that's just where it starts. So that's what happened to me when I got lost in praise and worship on the computer. And when he spoke to me inside, I'm crying on the inside like I want to do now, because I feel something different, you know. In the industry, I was dark. I was exploited. I was full of darkness and sadness, drugs and alcohol, you know, being pimped and whipped and passed around, you know, and, you know, beaten, you know, miscarriages, just people having a way. That's just the world we live in. Hurt people hurt other people. So I've been writing in this, and today it said, May 17, 2019, the scripture spoke to me. Let your requests be known to God. As I write, I am preparing this hour for your worship. Morning, evening, and night hours. Each incoming season, I lift you, Jesus. I will prepare my footsteps, minister to myself. As always, first, then approval from you, as I chase after you, your heart, the light, to seek and find the reason I am delivered out of my dark valleys and my hardships, my hard places, out of bondage. You died for me. So I tarry practicing each chance I get. I will read the scriptures. I will re-speak about the dreams as the voice of every verse will speak to me. And I was awakened in these visions that I had. Amen. That was powerful. I had to take a breath. That's intense, I promise you. And I do the new presentations when I'm becoming a life coach again and speaking to you again, because that's coming. I've already registered and started creating the ebook. I had to take a pause because I don't want it to be coming from me. I want God's help too. Okay. And it says, the dreams re-spoke to me, and as they re-speak to me, the voice of every verse, which I'm talking about the instilled, that tugging, that instilledness that you get deep down when you know something is not right and you don't follow it. So you're obeying that instilled voice going, that's not right. You need to pray. Step back. Wait. Those type of things is what I mean by the scriptures spoke to me. Because the scriptures, they're living. And that's for Christian believers who believe what I'm talking about, who understand. And for you who don't, just start paying attention. And I have my father come on, and he does the live shows on Facebook, but he hasn't been on now because thank God he got a job, so he at work. But when he does get that time, and we do better far as our this podcast I got going on live stream, which this is considered a live stream. So I'm setting up. So this is one of my wretched videos, but by faith I'm gonna step out again. I do have a brand and product that's similar to Wendy Williams and Oprah. It's called Karen Civil Live. Live Civil. That's my brand. It says, I was awakened and healed, recovered. And I mean, like instantly. Recovered, traveling and performing in this vision. God was showing me that he was awakening me. I was awakening. And I didn't even know my name hardly. I would stand up and just be standing there like, what is my name? And this was like 2012. I was still going through that after 05, 06, you know. And in the vision, he showed me in a car. And I was dazzled as my old self, you know. And I kept just looking out the window, just giving him praise. Because I do that anyway. But he showed me that I was back. And this time it was more intense than it has ever been. And I was older and I was very angry. I couldn't understand why I was so angry. But as I started to awaken, I'm now very angry. And I understand why I was so angry in the vision, you know, over the years as I was aging, you know, because I had been taken out of, you know, from my own lifestyle, from my children, who, when I last seen them, they were, you know, little kids and, you know, a baby. And, you know, so maybe people made me think I had some children I didn't have. That's how bad I got messed up out there. So this is what needs to be done. Some investigation. And we got that going on, hopefully, since January 29th of 19. After I just went to court in Macon County Courthouse to recover from ID theft, conspiracies, and White House scandal as a broker, investor, record executive of multiple labels and publishing companies, including 5 to 10 of my own that I launched, that I mentioned to you already. But God was letting me know that I was getting all this stuff back and to remember him. He kept saying, remember the word, remember the word. And he would rattle and shake me so hard it hurt so bad. And when I would wake up for real in real life, I would kind of be sore. I'm like, that's impossible because I'm laying down, you know. And I feel like somebody was really shaking and rattling me. So when God wants your attention, he'll get your attention for something, you know. So no, I've never awakened and had an intense dream so-called from a voice of the angel of the Lord or God, and I'm wounded and scratched and dug out of, because that's demonic stuff. I didn't go through that, you know. But in my past, I've gone through some stuff. He was showing me my talents. They were being stirred up. He was making room for me, as he still is making room for me right now. And I'll share that with you. So then I'm mentioning now that let the church allow you to dance. And I mean shout, not twerk for Jesus. 2 different meanings. And Lord, fill my space, you know, you make room within my heart, within my soul to worship you, to understand you, to inspire other people, but first myself, you know, because you can't preach and talk to other people if you don't preach and talk to yourself, because you have to be your own role model. I have to be that for me. And, you know, it's one thing I want to say to those out there that's on here doing this, and people are like crucifying you, and, oh, I know their lifestyle, I know the way they live, they hypocrite, they expose. Say what you want. Do what you want. Judge how you want all day long. But remember, when you're doing this, the Bible says that there's 2 or 3 or more doing this right back at you. So I'm using all my fingers because this is you, you know, and this is them. So God's letting you know it's not your judgment, you know. It's not your power. It's not your anointing. It's not your Holy Ghost. I'm just saying. You do have the right to judge as the church when you're the right church. And it's godly judge to help build the people up, not embarrass them in church, and to the leaders. And while I'm on here, to the leaders, elders and bishops, motivational speakers, evangelists, bishop, overseers, you know, like to the incidents that was online that was going on. I'm not going to go on about it. I did do a podcast coverage with Kim Burrell, Shades Fantasia Barrino, and throws Leandria Johnson up in there, saying that Fantasia was not Leandria Johnson. I went a long time before I spoke on that, but inside I was crying. I literally was crying. because I've been there with that type of abuse. It's unfair, Kim. You mistreated me. And you can be hard and you can be difficult. Yes, Kim, I trained you and I taught you to do that. And you were already bad with it and you didn't need no help because you're Kim Burrell. But when I came to you in 2012 in Houston, Texas and joined your church, it was not for you to, I think I got a few reasons why you had to do that. So now I understand. And if that was coming from a good place from you, I'm not mad. First of all, I'm not mad anyway. And second of all, we're women and we can do what we want to do. But there's consequences to everything we do. So from sister to sister, I'm just saying, when you hurt Fantasia, you hurt me. And to see Fantasia on that stage crying like that, she's very close to me. She's very close to my cousin Dina, who passed away out of Memphis, Tennessee. We often think because we have a platform, we can just address and say anything that we want to say. Kim, my platform is way bigger than yours, no matter how long I've been gone, because I own them. All the people who sat there and sit there and say she's been gone 15 years crazy out of her mind, and then there was God. Don't count me out. My platform is big. I am an ambassador, U.S. Embassy, royalty, foreign ambassador, foreign adopted, pioneer humanitarian. I am a royal, real queen. And I have been so disrespected, so belittled, so forgotten about, so brushed under the rug. But I bet you if that was Queen Elizabeth, it would have been shut down too long to talk about. But I'm going to let God have that because he raising me up. See, a lot of times we think that because we are who we are and we're on the platform that we on, we can say we can do, it's our way or the highway. It's about going to God. So, because at the end of the day, you got to pay. Heaven, hell. And the decisions that you make. And yes, I've not been there and had it all together because I've let my anger get the best of me. But I've always had the license and the power and the authority to do what I had to do. And I promise you, I'm a good woman. I'm greater than a good woman. I'm greater than a good ambassador. Everything I do is exquisite. It's beyond that. It's anointed. It's blessed. And when I'm not in those zones, like I said, I'm exquisite. Because I take it to God and I say, God, this is what would you have me to do? And he gave me these visions that I kept many journals like this, different colored journals, green and pink and purple and all kind of colored journals and devotions. And I even created my own. And this stuff is in warehouses and spread out and it's manipulated and it's controlled. So to Kim, I apologize, you can't really see me. To Kim, I just want to let you guys know it's all in love. Sorry for the peekaboo, I done gained so much weight. It's all about love. So when Aretha says, okay, I want let me clear up what my family meant. Okay, let me clear this up. My mentor meant. Okay. What Riri meant was, first of all, anybody who can sing, anybody who can sing like their day and time, that was in our generation, that can carry it on out to church and stay there. That's what she meant. So she wasn't so necessarily saying, oh yes, it's going to be Fantasia. Oh yes, it's going to be Jennifer Hudson. And she never ever even mentioned Leandria Johnson. So why that came about was awkward. So, and I'm sure Leandria Johnson is thinking the same thing. Like, I'm doing what I got to do for my family, me, my husband, my kids, my manager, my label, my reputation, those kids who are role models pattern after me. And I'm sure, she's like, what got to do with this? And Aretha just meant bring it home, bring it home. So when Wendy Williams did the interview and said, okay, here's who we got, such and such, such and such, such, whatever. The case may be the name case scenario. Aretha goes, yes. And then she goes, Fantasia, yes. There was a difference. So it wasn't belittling Jennifer Hudson. And I'll tell you, as a theater major, theater arena buyer, investor, and professional expert of learning vocal skills and the type of vibrato and genre that those two moguls are in. Well, three, because of Aretha. You got the Queen of Soul, then you got the upcoming, could be possibly Queen of New Soul, which is Tasia. Then you got Broadway singer. Different arena. You can't even compare that. She's doing Broadway show tunes, musicals. It's different type of production. And I'll get into all that on another video, and better lighting and all that stuff. But so Aretha was just saying, Kim, she just wanted a great singer who gonna do the movie, respect her, take it seriously, and take it home. That's it. Hope nothing to show. I'm done with it. So, like I said, just be respectful of who you are, your reputation, your platform. I'm not telling y'all what to do, but as boss lady, just think about it. You know what I mean? So, when I see you guys, you inspire me. You uplift me. But when you fight like that, that hurts, because I think about where I'm sitting with nothing, although I have everything. And I'm thinking, do I even want to go mess with these girls, But to Fantasia, girlfriend, you brought it home, okay? And she states on the record, you worried about me when you supposed to be preaching to the people in the street. You worried about me, you supposed to be saving souls. You worry about me, I'm over here doing what I gotta do. I'm in booking, I'm booked out, I'm, sold out. That's professional. She's being a professional. And that's something I would have said or done too. Big ups to the Barinos. Or Fantasia Taylor. So Kim Burrell does have an ego. But you have to have tough skin. You have to have, you can't be leery in this business. And a lot of people say, well, you're taking up for Kim Burrell. No, I'm not. I'm not taking up for Kim Burrell. What I'm doing is telling you people who don't understand that, well, I won't say you people, but you all who don't understand to the fullest extent of what the entertainment business is about. It's hard, guys. Y'all don't know what it's like until you get there. If you believe any of the videos and the reels that you're watching, and you kind of get that nudge, like, man, I kind of believe that something is going on. The game has changed. Well, that's it. So it's male dominant. And even the most women become tough. Because spirits change, you guys. That's the biggest thing I want to talk about. So have a little more Jesus. Mary, I love you. I miss you guys. Have a little more Jesus, and then a whole bunch more Jesus as you get in there. Because the reason why I didn't say a whole bunch when you go in, because you might not stay. And I'm itching like that, guys, because I mess with a lot of Five Below cleaning products, and so it's got me. But what was I gonna say? Oh, Kim Burrell, I'm proud of the new music. I'm proud of your sound. You represent me well. You represent being me well. But when I come back to sing, it's like a force. When God gives you a talent, Kim, this talent is not for you to tell me I can't come back because I'm going to ruin you in your place. And that's when I felt like I disappeared from you in your presence. And why I feel like I ripped myself away from you. And when I think you was on the Steve Harvey show, I could get it wrong. I might not be talking about the same thing. But you made an announcement like you said, those people who left my church come back. So if you were talking about us, I did try to contact you. I did try to throw a little something out there. I never got it back. So because I'm an ID theft victim and, I'm being trolled and blacklisted by those that I know approached you, this is why I couldn't contact you. I was upset. I was very stinged. I was very, very angry. But I have faith that it will turn around, And I have faith that I hope you will make it up and say sorry. Because that Kim Burrell, that's what you need to do. Fantasia, I love you. And you perform like just angelic. And that latest video, the whole 80s thing, you know, or was it the 70s era? I think it's the 80s. That I'm lost for words, girlfriend. So, congratulations to everything and all your success. Jennifer Hudson, congratulations to everything and your success. And your singing baby, you know. So, I got a singing baby too over here. She rap, sing, dance. But I'm trying to get her motivated. So, yeah, let's just do better as entertainers, as recording artists, as supposed to be Christians, pastors and leaders. To even to those who hurt Leandra Johnson, and she went on a rant to end up on the show to fix her life. You know, me and my mom and my father was having a discussion about that. And you can drive somebody. And Dietrich Hatton, you know, oh my God, I love you so much. You guys and your family, okay, not you like that, but you and your wife and your family, meeting you guys, laughing, being around you. You know, you're one of my favorite ultimate gospel artists. But, and Jay Moss and all of you guys. But just big ups to the family, the Winans. Just maybe if we can give her some calls just to say I'm sorry. I'm thinking about you. I'm praying for you. Give her some time to heal, you know. And time heals all wounds. And be supportive, you know, and not fake, you know. And not self-centered and too big, you know. Because now none of you guys out there are bigger than me. And if I can come out and do it and say it, so can you. You know. And God, the Bible tells us to forgive as sanctified church leaders and buyers. He says forgive 77 times 77. That's a lot of forgiving. That's a lot of forgiving. And that's each and every time. That is not the easy thing to do because I'm dealing with some things. So I'm not being a hypocrite. I've done some cussing, fussing, and throwing. But then there comes repentance. There comes me. I'm on my knees screaming and hollering. Now, I haven't been for a good while because I got lost in my podcast and my writing and the e-school and the courses and the Rich Dad Poor Dad seminar, webinar courses and audio, you know, books. And it's no excuse. I'm going to stop. Just got to make it happen because God comes first. And that's all I'm going to say. And then let's be supportive about therapy. You know, even I need to get there. You know, I can't even take care of myself right now. So I have to give it to God because I'm so humiliated, you know. But God is working it out on my behalf. I'm going to let that be over there. Litigation. I'm going to let it be over there. But love all of you guys. Kim, Jennifer, Fantasia, Leandria, Marvin, the Winans family, Dorinda, the Clark family, Burrell, her extended family, sisters, and, you know, your husband and your mom, you know, and just let's do better. Let's talk to each other better. Let's, you know, be honest. I apologize that I couldn't come back and return to you, Kim, because I didn't have the means to do that, you know. So it took this, and when God wants the glory, Kim, Fantasia, Leandra, when God, and Mary, you know, when God wants the glory, you know, and I call on you guys because you girls, you understand. You have your podcasts, you have your shows where you're ministering and reading and inspiring us to do the same thing. So I love you and thank you guys because you guys are the real reason, Mary, that I'm sitting here doing what I'm doing, and it's giving me hope. And I've held that within, and it's coming out. So, and I believe Lucretia Burris contacted you guys, Dr. Bobby Jones, about me, and you guys say you'll help her. So I need y'all to contact me, you know. So I'm at the Chantel Hart Show blog, Spreaker.com. Spotify is showing me the most love, even over Spreaker. Now, you know that's embarrassing, but thank you, Spreaker. I'm trying to return to, no, I have returned to radio personality, but not on the larger scale and at the office places where I was. So I'm trying to apply for all that now in this area that I'm in, which I'm in Illinois. And so we just survived a hit and run attempted murder, and my daughter's neck almost rolled off her shoulder. She's 10 years old. 2 years prior before that, she got stuck in her side, stabbed in her side by one of the perpetrators old relative. So this one lady is like 60 and decides to stick my 8-year-old in the side. And I was so scared I didn't take my daughter to the hospital because I want to lose her. But I have medical background and sanctification background around the people around me and myself with my faith, you know. So I have a lot of cleaning up to do, but my faith is very strong. And so God has awarded us with no money to get an apartment, you know, with a little down. And now I'm moving to a new apartment. And that's with the help of the state. But hey, you have to do what you have to do. And I'm thankful for opportunities like that. So as much as I've poured zillions that I poured into the United States and Europe, you know, I'm just thankful when they decide to look and see me and report back into me and help me get on my feet. Because I know a lot of you out there, you've seen me on social media asking and requesting and contacting and trying to get connected. And these people who you know now who it is have been in the way for 16, 17 years, putting me and my children in torment. To the surrogate mothers, you know, things are very sour and sad and poor how it ended. But I forgive, and I would like the children to come and see me, to know me, to the sons, you know, the surrogate mother, to Carolyn, you and your son. My blood does run in his veins, and I'm not saying that I was his sole mother. So when I came and said I want to see them and I want to hug them, I was offended when Gabriel decided to say the only mother he's ever known. So I have to give him that room to grow, because he didn't hear, he didn't see me, I hadn't been around. But that's not because it was a choice for me. I was taken from my own self, my own lifestyle. So to the kids who don't know the truth, I pray that the courts find you and you find me to hear my truth. If you never want to hear it and you never want to have anything to do with it because you choose to be with the surrogate mother, you have the right to do that. But I'm here. And to those who the judge say do want to come to me, my arms are open, my prayers are open, waiting for you. And I'm praying that this extra money, back royalties I get, can open up the space for just me and the children only and nobody else. So we can know each other and they're safe. And they're safe with God. And they're trusted. And I trust them. They can trust me. Okay? Clean, honest, foot down, hard rules, meditation, prayer, Bible study. You can be free, you can be yourself. Just letting you know that I'm ready to be a mother, you know, because that was taken away from me. And sometimes we have losses and incidents that we don't have anything to do with. And to the children, I love you. I love you more. And you can't love me as much as I love you. So I wait for that day. To my brother Jeremy, I love you. I hope all is well. Jeremy, I am not a liar. I'm nothing like Val. I am who I say I am and then some. And I'd be glad I'd wait the day I get to prove that to you with an attorney that will come to see you and Liz and prove that to you. And then if you decide to see me afterwards, as I get on my feet in progress, because I'm making this happen, as I get on my feet in progress, then my home is open to you. The love is open to you. The celebration and events is open to you as we build up as personal, private, family sector only, not outsiders. This is something that needs to be patched up. And to the Maxwells, I love you. I love all of you. I miss you. I'm not a liar. I've been affected and taken out memory loss. I had to heal. I had to heal from even the closest people that was closest to me. Say the most devious, dark, hurtful things. So I have to be strong. I have to worry about myself. I have to put God all up in it and get a little more Jesus to a whole lot of more Jesus. I have to be confident. Now I got to get back into the gym and lose some weight. Because I seriously have turned into Miss Piggy for real, for real. I'm not mad at her. You know, I'm not mad at that investment that I put into the Muffin Babies. But I just wanted to come on here. I'm already 44 minutes into the show.